welcome back to my channel, Simply Girl. So the last time we met, it was a while ago, but I'm back now. I'm actually going to be back a little bit more consistently. You know, like it's kind of hard starting off as a new YouTuber, I'm not going to lie to you. But I have great news. I'm going to be here. So, yeah. So basically, I'm going to jump right into what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to talk about, the summer's coming up and, everybody's getting ready for that heat, hot weather, that great feeling, you know. So, summer bodies. We're just working out, exercising, dieting, all that good stuff. So basically, I personally don't like my weight. I don't like my weight. So I think I'm not big necessarily, but I don't like it. I want to fix it. So therefore I've created this routine to help me, and I want you guys to be a part of it because there's people out there who also probably want some advice on what they can do besides drinking water and exercising to help them. But there's a lot of things you can do that help this process. So I'm going to give you 5 lifestyle habits today that are helping me and that will also help you. Let's get into it. Okay, so number 1. With that being said, we're changing all the time. Our bodies are different. We're not the same. Some things work for others, other things don't work. But there's one thing that can work for all. And if it says it doesn't work, they probably lying. But it's water. I hate to bring it up, but it's water. You have to drink your water. You drink your water. I'm not going to even ask you. Drink your water. Because your water is extremely important to your body in general, to your internal body, and for your external body. Therefore, when half your body is made up of water. I know, I'm listening. Everybody. Half your body is made up of water, therefore you need water. So stop holding back. Put the soda down. Drink a glass of water. Make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? Don't. Anyway, then the second one would be getting enough sleep. You don't understand. So our bodies rest at night, and then as we rest, we are regenerating and recuperating for the next day. So when we deprive ourselves of that sleep, we're not recharging. When we're not recharging, we're going off of yesterday's energy. I try to make this as realistically images in my head, that sound right, but we're not recharged for the new day. Therefore, or if we have lack of discharge, we tend to slug, and it's not a good feeling. Get sleep. It don't have to be 10 hours because realistically speaking, we have jobs, we have lives, we have children, we have things to do. 10 hours, a lot of people can get 10 hours. But if you can't, make sure you're at least getting 8 hours of solid rest, if you can. And then next is our lifestyle choices. This involves, what you do. So, your lifestyle choices have a big impact. So let's say you have to party a lot, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never seen someone who exercised so much and drank a lot. I never seen that. It just doesn't combine. So if you're a heavy drinker, then kudos to you. If you're a heavy exerciser, then kudos to you. Me, I don't drink, but yeah. So I'd go with the exercising more so often. But because I'm new, I don't really do much of anything. But anyways, yeah, so getting that, lifestyle habits and your priorities and things that you are things that you're needing instead of wanting is a great way to start on how to build, better lifestyle choices. Not saying that they're already bad, but there's always room for improvement. Take advantage. Try new things. Dieting. I wanted to touch base on this because I personally feel like dieting is not that helpful. I don't think dieting is helpful for us because of the fact that we have to deprive ourselves from the food that we actually need. if you think about it, like when people say, you know, things like, oh, I don't even know what they say. I'm not gonna even lie to you. But again, like depriving yourself, the dieting is depriving. Therefore, don't. If you can change your habits, the way you eat, and you can change it, but like cutting meat out of your entire diet, like out of nowhere, it's not good for you. Vegetarians like literally vegetate themselves. They study on how to, or they don't study, but they work for a while to become a vegetarian. Some of them do. Well, some of the people I know. And then you have people who like, you know, love meat. But the point is, don't just jump into dieting. Like, be careful, because the reason why I say this is because I've had a problem with, you know, I jumped into a diet, excuse me, hair in my mouth. I've jumped into a diet of a water fast. And what happened was, it was great. I lost the weight I was looking for. But what had happened was that I gained that weight back 2 times more, because I was starving myself. And the reason why you see this is because when you're starving yourself, your body is eating off the fat that is stored for emergency starvation. So your body's just eating at it. And then once you go back to, once your water fast or whatever your dieting is over, you eat again, correct? Because some people are a little bit careless after they've lost the weight. So don't do that. They get careless and then they eat. And then their body restores the fat and then restores more, because now when it's a starvation mode, so now it can't take any chances, if that makes any sense, because I like to be visual with whatever I'm saying in my head and put it in visual words. So yeah, so don't do that to yourself. If we're gonna diet the right way. You know, start small, work small. Nobody just goes from here to here, from mindless behavior to Beyonce. I don't know why I did that comparison. They just the first 2 that popped into my head. But nobody does that. That comparison, you can't just jump from one to one. You have to take your time. So that's another one. And another thing is, oh crap, sorry. Another one is definitely, I do this a lot more often, is mental health. My mental health is extremely important to me, because my brain makes my decisions, and therefore everything that I think is in my head, everything in my head needs to be clear, and my mind needs to be right in order to do things in life, you know? So always be, you know, like try to always have a clear conscience and be healthy in the brain, because being healthy in the brain is motivation for positive energy automatically. You know, when you're positive, you think positive. When you think positive, you're positive. When you think positive things, you become more positive, and blah, blah, blah. It's just a flourish, a beautiful flower. So definitely always have a healthy mindset about, especially about dieting. Like, there's nothing wrong with your weight, because your weight is what makes you beautiful. But if you do want to change, be positive about it. And haters, that's just that, but you know, it's okay. Okay. So, oops, sorry for that. But like I said, so those are the 5 things that I do that also help me, especially when it comes to, you know, pushing myself to dieting, because this is more for me about just changing a little bit about my body. But I'm not insecure about my body. I just want to change it a little bit. You know what I mean? So this is for people out there who are looking for ways. And of course, next week I'm going to be I will be posting every week now to keep you updating. But there will be different things I will be talking to you guys about, you know, stuff like that. So, with that being said, I will have a video coming up next week on more about mental health for lifestyle. It'll be that, because I think that needs to be touched. Everybody needs to hear that. But goodbye, guys. See you later.